Good morning, traders. More of the same, really. People continue to find inspiration from a number of geographies looking to relax some of the restrictions around the shutdowns and the idea that the economies could start cranking up again. With the economy in mind, we are going to be getting the US consumer confidence numbers tonight. Whether asset prices actually have any kind of reaction to it is yet to be seen, but we are expecting that to collapse, but something we are watching there. A lot of volatility playing through in the oil markets. The USO ETF taking some of those holdings out of June and realigning them down the futures curve, causing a bit of a liquidity vacuum in the June contract. So there's been some big moves there. It hasn't really shaken markets, and we're seeing that as a steady grind up going forward. Okay, let's start with risk FX. Really interesting. So the dollar is broadly lower. Okay, the dollar index only down 0.4%, but that's largely because euro dollar is flat on the day. But you can see that risk FX working absolutely beautifully against the US dollar. A couple of charts on my radar. Have a look at what you've got here in terms of Aussie dollar. Through the 61.8% retracement level of this level, making a high. That's in beast mode at the moment. As we've been seeing with Euro Aussie, which you can see looks really bearish at the moment. That's a beautiful trend, holding that 5-day exponential one that I've been pushing short there. And dollar yen, I think, is a really interesting one as well. We're just going through this sort of this support zone around 107.05. If that breaks through in the upcoming session, I think that could be one to put on your radar as well. Okay, let's take it away from FX markets. You've got the S&P closing up 1.5%, 28.78. You've got the Russell up 4%. That market on a daily chart looks really nice. European markets having some good gains, about 3% in DAX and MIB. Let's have a look at the leading we've got. So I've looked here at the S&P futures. Once again, this is where we close the ASX and the Nikkei. Nice sort of sideways, small bid coming through European trade and into US trade. We're up about 0.5% really since the close of the Asian cash market. So that should support. SPI futures only up 9 basis points though, and you've got Nikkei futures up about 0.5%. Oil markets, as you can see, very volatile indeed. Gold price is closing down about 0.9. You've got copper prices working quite nicely. They're breaking out of their recent downtrend, up about 0.5%. Vols down 2.6 vols on the VIX, 33%. So still elevated, still expecting decent moves, but obviously come down of late. And you've got a little bit of a move lower in break even. So I would like to have seen a little bit higher through there, but certainly an interesting night. Trade it with Pepperstone.